We all know the honeybee, the cute, fuzzy, hard workers of the insect world. Well, some of us find them scary. But for added cue points, they're innately great dancers, unlike most humans. We always see bees pollinating flowers, checking out food at lunch, and maybe even our shirts. But it's not by chance that there are many bees in just one place. Over the many years of bee history, they've developed a technique for communicating distance and direction of food sources, water, and nectar producing flowers. This highly effective visual communication behavior is what we call the waggle dance. When a bee wants to perform the waggle dance, it will begin by waggling its abdomen in a line. This is basically shaking bee butt. This is what is called the waggle phase, one of two phases. The next phase is called the returning phase, where the bees will loop to the left or right and return to the starting position. The dance is performed as a waggle phase, a left return, next another waggle phase, and a right return. This circuit can be performed between 1 and 100 times. The waggle dance can indicate direction and distance of a food source, as we already know. Direction is indicated by relative angle to the sun. If the dance is performed 30 degrees to the right of the sun, the witnesses to this magnificent dance will know that the food is located 30 degrees to the right of the sun. The same for 60 degrees to the left or 180 degrees to the sun. It's all the same. The bees will know where to go.
Distance is less exacting. The length of performance duration is the medium for distance communication. While it's not as precise as bees' directional indications, it gets the job done. Less widely known is that a bee can communicate its excitement over a food source. When a bee wants to convince its mates to go and check out a food source, it will waggle more rapidly. This is a factor that comes heavily into play when multiple bees are performing the waggle, as bees will compete for the attention of the hive. The sum of these three communicative tools form the waggle dance. How might this be important? Well, flowers constantly die and grow. Some patches produce more nectar than others. Just like how Patrick may bring in a particularly tasty sandwich to school, and Andrew may have a cool shirt on. The bees have to choose who they want to go visit and talk to, but instead of talk to, gather nectar. The point is that a method of communication is a highly effective way to increase the hive efficiency, regardless of the season, temperature, pregnancy, or fear. The behavior will, however, adapt to pollinate invasive flowers, which can crowd out flowers that have been living natively in the environment for a long time. Overall, the waggle dance is vastly important to the society that bees live in. It promotes communication and teamwork, but also allows the bees to prosper and forage for food much more efficiently. Without it, bees would have a much more difficult time gathering food and reproducing, which can leave it vulnerable to competition, especially competition that can take over its niche in the ecosystem. As previously stated, bees are excellent dancers. Many people have tried to imitate the waggle dance. The following clips demonstrate some of those people who really gave it their all. Thank you for listening to our presentation.